Hang around. This is a line in the sand. This one's a line in the sand because this is one where there's a lot of stuff about, when we thought Trump was going to come in and a lot of things are going to be resolved. We're going to drain the swamp. We're going to figure everything out. And when you have this one hardcore line in the sand that everybody been talking about forever, and then they're trying to gaslight you on that, the promise to drain the swamp has turned into a grotesque farce. That swamp hasn't been drained at all. In fact, it seems like those who vowed to clean it up are the ones now drowning in it. Amid all this chaos, Joe Rogan has cut straight to the darkest corners, connecting the dots no one else dares to speak out loud. They are being psychologically manipulated by the very government they elected. The brazenness of power knows no bounds. They believe that if they create a crisis big enough, all their other sins will be forgotten. Meant or just bomb Iran and everybody forgets about. Just bomb Iran. Yeah, everybody forgets about it. This shocking suggestion has exposed the contempt the ruling class holds for public. But why are they so desperate? The answer likely lies in one name. One figure who seemed untouchable. Someone who drove Trump crazy when Joe Rogan and others started calling her out. Melania Trump. Webb says that Epstein's contact book had multiple numbers for Trump in it, and it had Melania's number in it. Then that same year, Epstein, Giselle Maxwell, Prince Andrew all attended a celebrity tennis event at Mar-a-Lago where Trump and the prince posed for a photo. That does not age well. This is the bombshell. The First Lady's name was dragged into the same sentence as the infamous Lolita Express. Trump's response wasn't just a simple denial. Lawyers were unleashed like a pack of attack dogs. Major news outlets had to scramble to pull their stories and issue apologies. It was an effective, ruthless information blackout campaign, but all it did was stir up even more suspicion. According to Rogan, secrecy creates a fertile ground for distrust. People begin to assume the worst because the truth is being hidden. For him and many other voices, it's not just about the Epstein case. It's about how the government treats the public's right to information. The way they treat the public's right to information is an insult. The clumsy spectacle of the Epstein strategy dinner is a perfect example. One of the reasons we have to consider this possibility. Okay, I said possibility, but it's a real possibility that Melania was introduced to Donald by Jeffrey Epstein. Maybe that's why we have this fierce resistance to find out what's going on. I mean, as long as we don't have answers, we will have questions. The questions keep piling up. But instead of answers, all we get are a series of robotic cold denials, a long list of things that never happened. No, Trump denies the Epstein letter, the Calendar Girls contest, and the claims of walking in on My Teen USA contestants change. He also insists he broke off ties with Epstein before he was convicted of soliciting minor, and has repeatedly denied being told his name was in the Epstein files despite reports Pam Bondi told him months ago that his name was in the more they deny the bigger the doubt grows. But the fire has reached Trump's own backyard. Even his most loyal supporters are beginning to feel betrayed. How much the House of Representatives wants to run out of town so they don't have to vote on Jeffrey Epstein on releasing this material. This has become the most dominant news story that Trump has been unable to control in our political lifetimes here in this Trump era. Nothing he has been able to do has shaken this obsession with the public and with his own base about getting to the truth about Jeffrey Epstein. Trump ignited a loss of trust in the system, and now it's coming back to bite him. The entire system seemed complicit in its silence, revealing that the swamp is much more complicated than Trump ever described. Run by Chris Wray, and they were run by a Comey, and because it was actually even before that administration, they've been running these files. It shows that the swamp isn't a faction. It's the system itself, a system designed to protect itself. The Epstein case, therefore, has become the ultimate political weapon. What every single Democrat should only talk to Republicans about, and it should literally just be about Epstein. Okay, in a mud fight, you don't throw flowers. You throw the nastiest things. And when the people ask questions, they are met with contempt and dismissive answers that are hard to stomach. Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all the things. And are people still talking about this guy? That is unbelievable. It just seems like a desecration. No, that's not an insult. It's a cry for justice. As long as the files remain sealed, as long as the powerful walk free, the name Jeffrey Epstein will be remembered forever as an indelible stain on America.